Gotta fix my hat. Hello, everybody. It's okay, Murph. It's okay. You can go back to bed. Didn't mean to scare you, buddy. How's everybody doing? Good Sunday morning. Quickly approaching lunchtime, huh? We're live with another weather update on the potential for a major East Coast winter storm. As many of you know, just by looking at your phone apps, these guys right here, the modeling was printing out crazy numbers yesterday. Here's the thing, because I made a post on my Facebook page and I saw many of you, talking about 20 inches and 22 inches. I think I saw someone had, and 12 inches and 15. This right here, okay, is destroying forecasting. It really is, because if you remember, nobody's gone out on the limb and given totals for this storm yet. Nobody, except these weather apps. And there's no real human input in these apps. Nobody knows the source that these apps are drawing from. A lot of these, I think I explained this yesterday, a lot of these companies, they just have a company that they use for their weather app, and it uses some sort of algorithm that nobody knows about. And so next thing you know, you look at your phone app and you say, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting 25 inches of snow on Thursday." Well, nobody's saying that. That's the phone app. So you got to be. Please try. What I would suggest here over the next couple of days, please try to avoid looking at your phone app beyond 48 hours. Okay. And I know you might have plans on Wednesday and you might have plans on Thursday, and there's a real good chance that it is going to snow in the Mid Atlantic, but nobody's putting numbers. And I'm going to show you this in a minute. There are some things starting to come now, which I'd like to see. It's really difficult when you've got model doing this, model doing that, model doing this, it makes it really difficult. Well, at least things are starting to come together in better agreement now. But even with that being said, I mean, I'm not comfortable putting my official forecast out just yet. It's too early. So just try to avoid looking beyond 48 hours on your weather apps when it comes to an event like that. Now, if you're in a pattern where it's sunny every day, like what we're seeing here, then sure, go ahead and look out 3 days, 4 days, 5 days in advance, because it's not going to matter. It's a benign weather pattern. It's quiet. The difference there might be maybe it's 80 degrees 4 days out, and then as you get 2 days out, then maybe it's 75. Big deal. You know what I mean? But in events like this, just be careful looking at your weather app. Okay, let's get started here. So first, I want to. Isn't this crazy? Do you hear the do you hear the lawnmower going off in the background? Yeah, it's a little bit different than in New Jersey, huh? All right, let's talk about this first, okay? MJO, remember to deal with this. All right, it's got to be in phase 8. It is. I don't like. You see where it is? Look at the red line. That's what I want you to focus on. You see how deep into phase 8 it is today on the 16th. Tomorrow it actually goes deeper into phase 8. That's great because you're setting up the block over the top. I'll show you that in a second. I don't like how this thing crashes. And I know on the 20th, if you follow the days, the numbers there in the middle of the screen, you see where it says 16, then it goes 18, then it's 20. Those are the days of the month. It is still an 8. I just don't like how it crashes over that 4-day stretch. That signals to me that the block tries to break down a little bit. And the block is pretty important for this system, because the block is ultimately what puts it up the coast, as opposed to a system that goes out to sea, if you know what I mean. So let's go into, remember, if you're new to this, what you're looking at here is a height anomaly. We're in the upper levels of the atmosphere, about 20,000 feet up. Oranges and reds, ridging, blues and greens, troughing. Yes.
I was trying to watch your video and I realized you have a different shirt. So I'm watching the wrong one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm wearing a blue shirt this time. That's my wife. She's trying to watch the video. She was watching the wrong one. Okay, where were we? So let's set this in motion for you. Now, pay attention to the blue in the middle of the screen. Okay, that's the cold that's going to start coming in here. There's high wind warnings up, 40 to 50 to possibly 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's a big wind. All right, but remember what's happening here. Do you see the red above and the white up there at the top of the screen? All right, so what that is, that's the blocking. You need the blocking for this storm um, to keep it on the coast as opposed to letting it off the coast. So here comes the cold air now behind the storm as we get into Monday and Tuesday, attacking from the northwest. Look towards Texas. Okay, here comes your storm. At the same time, notice the reds aren't quite as deep as they were. See how it's there, the block is there, and it's over the Hudson Bay, which is where it needs to be, but it's not nearly as strong as it once was. Here comes the low. See it cutting underneath? There it is right there, coming right up underneath. So let me go back real quick. See how deep that block is? That's Monday. That's tomorrow. That block is deep. I mean, that's a straight up roadblock. You ain't going anywhere with that, and it's going to put the low on the coast. But again, I set it in motion. Notice how it weakens. It's still in a good spot, but it's weakening. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Also, there's a little bit of energy. Notice, look towards the left. You see the four corner states? That's another difference, too. The whole thing needs to come out. The whole thing needs to eject. In other words, let me go back. See all the blue here? It's a little piece of energy on the west coast there, hanging behind to try and kick it off the coast. Everything needs to come out. Everything. And then we would get this thing on the coast. It hits the block, and then it would travel a little more north as opposed to east, and you get a nice big snowstorm. And I'm not saying this isn't a big snowstorm now. I'm just saying that's what you would need. So here's a look at the upper level energy. Okay, so let me set this in motion for you. All right, this thing right here coming on the East Coast, that's today's storm. See all the reds on the East Coast? Now watch what happens. See that little circle there? Here it is Monday over the top. See how it's getting elongated, stretched out? All right, here comes the storm Wednesday into Thursday. See how it's sort of, remember, everything was coming together in Kentucky yesterday. Now it looks like it's coming together a little bit farther to right about now. All right, so now we're Thursday morning. Okay, but now it's a little bit farther off the coast. There it is, right there. Okay, so here, let's go over to the forecast model. And keep in mind, I do want to point this out. I'm just showing you model data right now. I'm not suggesting this is right. I'm not suggesting that it's wrong. I'm just showing you why things changed from where they were yesterday. I'm going to get into, after I go over all of this, and this isn't going to be too much longer because I know many of you, it's a Sunday, you're off, you have plans. We're going to head down to this, I think it's called a Green Fair, Green Festival or whatever it is, downtown Stewart. They have it every Sunday. They have bands playing, food and everything. So we're going to head down there afterwards. It's a pretty nice day here. I got a lot of sunshine again every day. But I'm going to give you, after I show you all of this, I'm going to give you my opinion for the first time, and I'm going to tell you what I think is actually going to happen here. But I just want you to see why the change occurred on the modeling yesterday. So here it comes. All right, remember, green is rain. This purpley blue, that's snow. The pink is freezing rain, and the orange is sleet. The darker the color, the heavier the precip. Here it comes. Now, look towards the bottom of your screen. See that right there? See where the L is? It's off the coast of Georgia this time. Okay, now it comes up. See, which is good. Comes up. It's still coming up. But notice, instead of it coming, it's kind of moving more east-northeast or northeast-east as opposed to northeast. And just that slight, see where it is right there? Remember yesterday, it was only like 150 miles off the coast of Atlantic City. Look how much farther off the coast it is here. That slight shift. And I think a lot of that has to do with two things that the modeling is trying to pick up now. One, hold some of the energy back, okay? And sort of acts like a kicker. Everything needs to come together, like I just showed you earlier. Everything needs to come together to kind of bring it up the coast instead of this piece of energy holding back. Energy kind of tries to kick it off, and the block isn't nearly as strong either. Again, I mean, I'm not going to pretend to know everything because I don't. I've been doing this for 24, 25 years. I know a lot when it comes to weather, but I'm not a forecast model. I don't know. There's a lot of physics involved in this, and I don't know everything. So I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but that's what I think it's seeing. And I think it's seeing something trying to kick it because everything needs to come out and deepen off the coast, and then it would come up. Instead, with that little piece of energy being held back and the block not being as strong, I think it's sort of acting like a kicker and trying to take it off the coast. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm not saying this is correct. I'm just showing you what it's suggesting now, and then it goes off the coast and out to sea. Okay. So here is a look at what the snowfall is doing now. Okay. Now, real quick, let me just show you this. I probably should have started with this. This was yesterday's. Okay. This is what it showed yesterday. And remember, it had the storm coming a little bit farther to the north as opposed to off the coast, and it put the jackpot right over. I mean, you couldn't miss yesterday, right? Look at that. New York City, Providence, Rhode Island, Hartford, Connecticut, Poconos, Philly, South Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore, DC, Richmond, Blue Ridge Mountains, Harrisburg. I mean, you couldn't miss. Boston, it didn't matter because the storm came a little bit farther north. Had the I-95 corridor getting clobbered. It actually had blizzard conditions showing up for the shore. I mean, it was the perfect scenario for a major winter storm for the Mid-Atlantic, the megalopolis, as they call it, from DC all the way up to Boston. Okay, today with that subtle shift, now it shows this. Okay, which look, don't get me wrong. I mean, my gosh, it's still got 20 inches of snow for Salisbury, Maryland. It still has 15 inches of snow for Millville, New Jersey. It has 9 inches of snow for Philadelphia. It has 7 in New York City. It has 16 in it looks like Woodbine, New Jersey. 15 in Atlantic City. 7, 8, 9 in Baltimore, DC. It still has a good snow, but there's a big difference from that to this. You see what I mean? So that's where we were. This is where we are now. We'll see. We'll see. It's Sunday. It's still Sunday morning. This is a Wednesday into Thursday hit for the Mid-Atlantic. Still have plenty of time for this to see. I got to be careful how I word this because I know some of you don't like snow and some of you do like snow. So if you're a winter weather fan, if you're a snow lover, there's still plenty of time for this to correct farther to the north. If you don't like the snow, there's still plenty of time for this maybe to drop farther to the south. I don't think, let me put it to you this way, and I'm going to go, like I said, I'll go over all of my thinking in a moment, but I'll just kind of spill the beans a little bit here. I don't think it's going to correct too much farther to the south than what you see here. It may still correct a little bit farther to the south, but I don't know if it's going to go too much farther than what you see right here. Let's see, what's next up here? Okay, so that's what it had before. Let's show you the ensemble data, okay? Now, remember where the ensemble data was. Remember, it was showing the whole area. The ensemble, again, with the energy being held back and trying to kick the low off the coast, it doesn't have the low coming up. That is supported with its new ensemble data. But even the ensemble has a nice moderate snowfall in Philadelphia, nice moderate snow in New York, nice moderate snow in Baltimore, DC. It just has the jackpot area in Atlantic City, Cape May, Dover, just south of DC, and then southeast of there through Delmarva. Okay, so this is what the actual deterministic model shows. This is what the ensemble data shows. Okay, so there was a shift yesterday. We'll see if it's correct. Like I said, I can understand this from what I'm seeing now in the modeling. I don't think it's going to go much farther south than this. I don't. I think, honestly, I think that would probably be the extent. Maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. But I don't think it's going to go too much. It might adjust a little bit. I don't think it's going to go too much farther south than that. Let's see. Okay, this was another thing I wanted to show you. Let's see. Okay, so here's the ensemble package too. And, oh, can't see that, can you? Let me adjust this for you guys. Right, I guess I'll leave it right there. So watch the lows come up. Remember, the ensemble was run, the deterministic models are run once, 4 times a day. Okay, the global models. The ensembles are run 4 times a day, but each time they're run 50 different times during those 4 stints. And remember, you're changing the initial parameters each time, and you're doing that to eliminate possible errors that the individual deterministic run made. Okay, so you see a lot of L's. So what you're seeing here with these L's is the ensemble trying to figure out where it's going to place the actual center of the storm as it comes up Wednesday night. So there it is. This is very similar to where we started out yesterday. All right, same thing. We're still in good shape from where we were yesterday. Here's the difference. See it there? Instead of it still coming up, now it's going out. So we go from there to there. All right, so now instead of it being 150 miles off the coast, now it's more like 300 miles off the coast. It's a big difference. Okay, and then see how it explodes off the coast there? Everything kind of coming together just a little bit too far off the coast. So again, you need the block needs to, you need that strong block to the north. The block is still there. It's not as strong as it was a day or two ago. You need all of the energy out west to kick out off the Rockies and all of it to come together in the east. A lot of it does, but there's still a little bit hanging back. So all of this is why the model is showing something kind of trying to slide off the coast now, as opposed to coming straight up and burying New York, Providence, Hartford, Boston, Philly. And those areas still look like they're going to get snow. Just on this latest run, it doesn't look like they'll get as much. So you see the difference here? This was yesterday. See how much closer the lows are? See that? Okay, and then it comes up. That makes all the difference in the world. Let's see. Let me go to this right here. Sorry, I'm getting lost a little bit. I've got so many tabs open. Okay, so what you're looking at here, okay, this right here it's the European ensemble. This is the percentage of getting at least 6 inches of snow out of this Wednesday into Thursday for the Mid-Atlantic. That bright orange color, that is, let me make sure I got this correct. That is an 80 to 90% chance on Delmarva. So that lighter, let's say the yellow near Cape May, that is a 50 to 60. You got a 50-50 chance of seeing at least 6 inches of snow or more out of this. The greenish color towards the I-95 corridor near Philadelphia, that's 30 to 40. The color in between the yellow and the I-95 corridor is 40 to 50. It's not bad for an ensemble. I know if you're a snow lover, you want to see that higher, but it's not bad for an ensemble. But again, everything's shifted. Let's go over to the GFS real quick. I have not looked at this, so we're going to look at this for the first time together. Let's see. Right here. Okay, guys, ready? This is the GFS model. Again, I'm going to look at this with you guys for the very first time. This storm right here, this is today's storm. Big storm, big wind maker, big rain maker. Okay, comes and goes. You get those big 40, 50, maybe 60-mile-an-hour winds. It's all rain. Everything kind of thaws out. My gosh, you guys have had a crazy winter as far as the cold is concerned. Okay, here comes the Wednesday and the Thursday event. All right, notice the precip. It's heavy out there across the Mississippi River Valley, the Tennessee Valley. Kentucky's getting heavy snow. Where's the low? I don't see is that the low all the way down in Florida? There it is right there off the coast of North Wilmington, North Carolina. All right, let's see what it's going to do. Trying to come up, and it wants to go out. Okay, it explodes off the coast. Let's go back. Yep. It's trying to show that kicker. That's what it's doing there. All right, let's see. Let me go back. Let's see what it's showing for snow totals here. Again, we're going to watch this for the very first time together. All right, let's change that view so you get a better look at it here. All right, so this one has, what do we got there? Let's see. All right, so this model has 3 in Philly, about roughly 4 in the Williamstown, Washington Township area in southern New Jersey. It's got about 6 in Millville. I'm going to round these numbers up. 7 in, it looks like Woodbine, 6 in Atlantic City, 11 in Georgetown, Delaware, almost 7 in Dover. It's got about 1.5 in Doylestown. New York City, about 1 to 2. It's got 13 to 14 there in Salisbury, Maryland. Ocean City, Maryland, it's got 15. Whew. It's a lot of snow. Somebody's going to be shoveling a lot of snow. All right. Okay, so there it is. That's the latest on the GFS. Let's go back to this right here, so we can compare these models real quick. Okay, this is the European. Here it comes.
You can't see any maps.
Why not? Oh no. Okay, there it comes up. My wife just told me, you guys, is this true? You guys can't, no maps, no maps. Oh no. Okay, let me end the sharing here. Let's see if that helps. When did that start, guys? Somebody talk to me real quick. When did the maps stop? Okay, can you couldn't see them? All right, let's try. I'll tell you what. I'll try again. Wonder why that happened. Still trying to figure this out. I've only done a couple of these. Let's try this. At least 10 minutes ago. So wait, you guys haven't seen any maps that I've shown? Oh, dang it. Why? Why is this doing that? Okay, how about this? Did you guys see this? Map stopped after 2 minutes in. How about this? Can you guys, the snowfall total map right here, can you guys see this? I'm plugging up a snowfall total map for New Jersey and Philly. Yes, you can see that. So how much did you guys see? Did you see? I showed the pattern, why the adjustment to the south was being made. Did you guys see that? Now it's on. No maps, nothing. Okay, you can or you can't see this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I cannot believe this. All right. I'm sorry, I'm pausing here. I'm reading the comments. We see it now. Yes, you can see this snow total map now. Okay. Look, let's just I won't touch anything. If you guys can see this now, how about we just stay with this map? Okay. I'll just keep this map up. Daggone it. Why did that happen? Okay, everyone's saying now we can see it. We can see it. Okay. Darn, I don't know why that happened. All right, let's hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try and do something here. How about now? Can you guys see this one? I got a different map up. Can you see this one? This one is showing the yes? Okay. Okay, real quick. Okay, so you guys see this map with the green and the blue, and I'm going to show the storm traveling across the coast. You guys see this? Yes. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this across the country, and let me know if you can see it. See it coming? All right, up to this point, do you guys still see it? Yes. 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 Okay. Good. Good. Okay. All right. Man, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to have to pay more attention to the chat next time I'm doing this. I could have caught this 15 minutes ago. I apologize. I'm sorry. This is still new to me. Really sorry, guys. I'll just show you this real quick. Here comes the low. See it right there? Just going to go back real quick. Make sure you guys can. Yes, green and blue. You guys, okay. I set that in motion. You guys can still see this. Yes, you guys can still see this. Okay. All right. All right. I'll keep setting it in motion for you. I know my wife is watching. Lori, if you can, please come out here. Let me know. Lori, can you see this? Make sure, do me a favor, go on live and make sure you can still see these maps, please. So here comes the low. See now, this was the difference. Let me rewind it real quick. Okay, see it was coming, it was rounding the bend. And then instead of it coming straight up like it did yesterday, see how there's a little bit more of an easterly push here off the coast? It's all it takes. And now, yes, they do have it. Okay, good. And so now instead of that jackpot area being Boston to New York to Philly to Baltimore to DC, now it's just a little bit farther to the south. And that's why the modeling is showing this. Okay. So that's the major difference right there. If you remember, let's see, where are we at? Yesterday, the model had that. Do you guys see that? Yesterday's where everybody's getting walloped here. Do you guys see that? We good, Lori? You still good? Gosh, now I'm being too self-conscious. This is messing me all up that you guys can't see this. Okay, so what you see in front of you here, that was yesterday. Okay, but now because of that subtle push to the south, now goes this. Okay, so here's what I would say in conclusion. Again, I'm gonna have to figure out this is still new to me. I've only been doing this for a week. There's a customer support thing on here. I'm gonna contact them afterwards and see why this is happening. I'll get all this straightened out. Again, I really apologize. What we know, here's what I'm going to put my 2 cents in this. Okay. And like I said earlier, I don't pretend to know everything. I've been forecasting for, oh my gosh, a quarter century, 25 years. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. I've been forecasting for 25 years now. There's a lot I do know, a lot. But there's still many things I don't know. And there's no forecaster out there that knows everything. And if you do find one who says he knows everything, he's lying to you. It means this is a business, and I've said this before, that'll humble you very, very quickly. I have not made a call on this storm yet, okay? But what I am going to say here is, for the first time, I do like what I see here. This right here. Whereas the jackpot area might run from, let's say, Virginia up into South Jersey. Now, to the extent of how far north this gets, I mean, maybe it does get into New York. Maybe it does get into Providence. Maybe it does get into the Poconos. I don't know yet because it is only Sunday, and this is a Wednesday and a Thursday storm. But I do like what I'm seeing here. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. What we showed yesterday, and I even said this, was a perfect scenario type storm. But that was everything coming together. So let's assume 80% of what needs to come together comes together here. Then this makes complete sense. And I do like what it's showing here. So I'm going to do another one of these tonight. Okay. Probably around 7:30, something like that, 7:45-ish, give or take. And we'll put today's updates in with the computer guidance, and we'll see if it's following suit on what it has right now. But here's what I would say in conclusion. I would prepare. If you live in South Jersey, if you live in Southeast Pennsylvania, even where the heaviest stuff misses to the south, you're still going to get snow. So if you have plans Wednesday into Thursday, Wednesday evening into Thursday, I would prepare for some snow here. That's the time frame looks good. The fact that it's snow, not rain, that all looks good. It's just a question of how much, I think, at this point. So, okay. You guys take care. I'll figure out what the heck just happened. Hopefully, I can get that fixed for tonight. And we'll do another one of these this evening. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.